Well, well, well. If it isn't LucasTracy, Flucas Glazy, me and you, we went down this path. We were bros. We went from enemies to friends. Then he disappeared. Then he came back. And now he's dropping a top 15 list that I have to address and I have to counteract and give you guys my opinion on what the top 15 greatest UFC fighters of all time really is. I know that I dropped the top 20 that a lot of people didn't agree with. I've changed my opinion on some of those fighters. And when I saw this video, I couldn't let it slide. I'm happy for you, Lucas. I'm going to let you finish. But Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson had one of the best careers of all time. The real nail in the coffin for me was putting Stipe at number 15. Take the fucking hat off, buddy. All right, Peaky Blinders, dude. Don't put Stipe at 15. We're going to address that in a second. All right, dude. Merab at number 13. Merab should not be anywhere near your top 15. He should be top 25, top 20, maybe. He should not be in a top 15. So I'm sorry. I know that we all love LucasTracy. Me and him, we go way back. We're like the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird of MMA YouTube. But I'm sorry, bro. I've got to do this to you, bro. This is the real top 15 list. All right, man. Let's get into this. Starting off, number 1, my GOAT in MMA, GSP. I'm not impressed by your pixels on the website in my career. I see a lot of top 15 lists, man. I've got GSP at number 1. Double champ, never failed a drug test, beat fighters that were clearly on drugs, like Johnny Hendricks, clearly on roids. GSP beat him. People try and use that against GSP. Hello, he's on roids. That's a good, the fact that he beat Johnny Hendricks is a good thing, right? Matt Hughes twice, BJ Penn twice. That's like the equivalent of if someone beat Usman and fucking Volk right now. Nick Diaz on a huge win streak right before he fought Carlos Condit, then he fought GSP. Nick Diaz, Johnny Hendricks, Michael Bisping, when he was the champion. GSP being a double division champion, you can say, oh, well, Jones was a 2-division champ as well. DC was a double champ as well. The difference is GSP beat Matt Hughes for the welterweight title, who was the welterweight GOAT at the time, who was the actual champion, and he beat Michael Bisping for the middleweight title. I know that's fun. Oh, my word, buddy. But Michael Bisping was actually the champion. Jon Jones did not win the belt off the actual fucking champion. He ducked the champion at heavyweight. And he's ducking Aspinall. He's not the GOAT. GSP is the GOAT. Clean athlete. Avenged his loss. I just accidentally opened Spotify. My bad. Lana Del Rey coming up. But he avenged his losses. He beat everybody he faced. And not only did he avenge his losses, because people are always going to bring up his losses. Yeah. You mean those guys that he immediately destroyed the second he fought them again? So clearly he's fucking better than them. And it's MMA, bro. You're going to lose fights if you're fighting often. You're defending your belt so much. GSP is the GOAT, in my opinion. Completely unblemishable resume. You cannot say shit about this guy's resume. Who did he duck? Nobody. All right. So coming in at number 2, Jon Bones Jones. Now, listen, guys. I know I don't have Tom Aspinall at number 2 on my list, but I'm going to try and explain to you why I believe Jon Jones is the second greatest UFC fighter of all time. He is obviously has one of the best resumes ever, right? DC, Machida, Shogun, Gustafsson, Rampage, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort. The list goes on, right? But I'm sorry, dude. If people try and take, the crazy part is people will try and take away GSP's legacy for roids that he never took, but have Jones as their GOAT. People will take away Anderson Silva from their top 10 for roids, but have Jones at number 1. I'm sorry, dude. You got caught. You're not clean. You're not the GOAT. That's it, dude. You went life and death with Thiago Santos. You literally lost to Dominic Reyes. He's one of the greatest resumes of all time. I believe he's the second best of all time. The reason he's not the GOAT, like I said, you lost to Dominic Reyes. The failed drug test. You're ducking Aspinall. So the fact that he never lost to anybody, that doesn't mean as much to me when you're ducking competition like Tom Aspinall. Even though, like I said in yesterday's video, I don't know why, because I think he could beat Aspinall. But he's refusing to fight him. It's making him look bad. He's a duck. So I've got Jon Jones as the second greatest of all time. If he wants to become the GOAT, I have that for some active fighters here, like how to become the GOAT. I think he needs to beat Stipe dominantly. He needs to fight Tom Aspinall and beat him. And he needs to beat he needs to beat Alex Pereira as well. I think if he beats Stipe, Aspinall, Pereira, he's the GOAT. I'll give him that. Especially if he doesn't fail any tests in that time. But you never know with Jon Jones. So 1 is GSP, 2 is Jones. Coming in at number 3, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Now listen, bro. Listen, Lucas, brother. I get what you're saying, that it can't just all be on title defenses. It can't just be on, like, championship wins. Some of it has to be on resume. 11 title defenses! Are you fucking serious? You've got him below Merab Dvalishvili. This man has one of the most unblemished legacies of all fucking time. His only losses are to Dominic Cruz, consensus bantamweight GOAT to most people. Henry Cejudo, double champ, top 30 all time as well. And some other dude in one championship that he also demolished and proved that he's better, right? I'm sorry, dude, but Demetrius Johnson has one of the best fucking UFC careers of all time. You have no idea how good Prime DJ was. He was dominant as fuck against all the jabronis that he's fought. I don't know what else he was supposed to do. He's literally doing fucking trick shots against these random jobbers at flyweight. Great longevity in his career. No real fall off. Retired at the perfect time. DJ is top 3 in my opinion. Maybe number 4 if you're really pushing it. The reason why he's not the GOAT in my opinion is you lost to Moraes and you lost to Cejudo. You know, you had pretty weak competition. Like, the flyweight division's pretty shallow. There's no all-time legends in the division that Mighty Mouse fought except for Cejudo. And even then, when he lost to Cejudo, that's a split decision. Like, I thought, like, I could see people giving that to DJ. You know, so that can't really be held against him too much. But at the same time, you know, that's probably his best win is Cejudo or Joseph Benavidez. Like, holy fuck. You know, so I'm going to say DJ's number 3. Yeah, he has one of the best resumes of all time. And he has no fall off. That's why his career as a whole, it's top 3. All right. Now we go to number 4. This one feels good to put on number 4, bro. You guys know how I feel about this guy, man. I'm going to put I'm just kidding. I'm putting Islam Makhachev number 4, dude. Islam Makhachev is the greatest lightweight of all time. Khabib, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'll do an impression of Khabib later, but Khabib, get out of here, bro. All right? This is the lightweight GOAT right here. Outstruck prime Volkanovski. Beat him twice. I know one of them short notice. I'm not going to count that too highly, okay? Subbed prime Charles Oliveira. One loss in his entire career, and he's about to get to the legendary Anderson Silva win streak record. He's on a 14-fight win streak. He's snapped multiple double-digit win streaks against top 15 fighters of all time. Volkanovski twice is already like a top 10 accomplishment. Add Charles Oliveira on top of that, who's borderline top 15 in my opinion. Like, he's one of my honorable mentions in the top 15. I'm sorry, dude. Islam Makhachev is the greatest lightweight of all time. He's, whatever you want to say about Khabib's like title defenses, Islam tied the record against better competition in shorter fucking time. Islam Makhachev's him, bro. The reason why he's not the GOAT, even though I think he definitely has a lot of GOAT potential, he doesn't have enough title defenses. Like, beating Poirier, that's a great win. Poirier is one of the top 5 lightweights in UFC history, in my opinion, but it's like, people are going to say, oh, he beat a featherweight, even though it's the greatest featherweight of all time, Alexander Volkanov. Like, if Khabib beat Aldo, people would be glazing the fuck out of him. Right? And Khabib ducked Aldo, and Volk went up, and Islam didn't duck him and beat him twice. So I think Islam deserves credit for that, but you only have one defense against a legitimate lightweight contender in Dustin Poirier. Had a pretty easy path to the title. Like, you got some decent wins, like Sarukian and Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's a very good win. But, you know, Bobby Green, Drew Dober, these are kind of low-level wins. The second Volk win was short notice as well, so I'm not going to count him too high. I'm not going to put him above Mighty Mouse or Jon Jones when, you know, you have 2 wins over Volk, but one of them was short notice. The way that I think Islam can become the GOAT is if he beats Arman Sakarian. If he beats Arman Sakarian, he's the GOAT. I really believe that. Okay, if he beats Arman Sakarian, he's the GOAT. And if he wins the welterweight title, he is 110% the GOAT. I'm telling you right now, if Islam Makhachev beats Arman and then beats Shavkat for the belt or beats fucking JDM for the belt, he's the GOAT. He is him. He's the LeBron James. He's the GOAT. All right, dude? So I've got Islam at number 4. And now I'm going to move on to number 5 on my list. And I do my fucking head in. Last year I was top 3 and now I'm fucking number 5. And now I'm slipping down the list. That don't sit well with me, bro. I'm going to put Volk at 5, dude. I'm going to show some respect to the old head. Like, this photo is making me fucking depressed, dude. Like, the aura fall-off that happens when you lose your title is crazy. Like, I look at Volk right now, and like, if Volk walked in the room right now, I'd be like, yo, what's good, dude? I'd, like, dap him up. I probably wouldn't even get out of my chair. I'd just be like, yo, what's good, dude? Dap him up. What's up, Volks? You know what I mean? But I still want to give this man his flowers. He only lost, 3 fights? He's only lost 3 fights. 2 of them are to Islam Makhachev, greatest lightweight of all time. 1 of them is to Ilia Topuria, potential future GOAT, right? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I kind of get why he's like BJ Penn maxing and like hanging around even though he seems cooked. Like, it's not that bad, really. I think when you take away the recency bias and you go, hold on, this guy's still the featherweight GOAT. 3 wins over Max Holloway. Beat Jose Aldo. Beat Brian Ortega. I mean, come on, dude. It's part of the storyline, dude. Beat TKZ. Beat Chad Mendez. Only 1 loss at featherweight. The rest are against bigger opponents, who is Islam Makhachev, the greatest lightweight of all time. It ain't that bad, dude. I still think he has a top 5 career ever, bro. The only way that Volk can redeem this and come back to redeem and become the GOAT is, and this is never going to happen. I just want to preface that because there's going to be someone in the, dude, Bedtime seriously thinks Volk's going to beat Topuria. I do not think that will ever happen. I'm sorry that I'm not allowed to say things on this channel, but listen, bro. The way for Volk to become the GOAT is to beat Topuria in a rematch, which will not happen, and then move up and win the lightweight belt, which also will not happen. But if he does that, he's the GOAT, in my opinion. So I've got Volk at number 5. That's my top 5. GSP, Jones, Mighty Mouse, Islam, Volk. I feel like that's pretty fucking fair. You could definitely throw anyone that's like 6 through 8 in that 5 spot instead of Volk. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. This is just my personal rankings, all right, dude? Number 6. I'm sorry. This is my objective. This is the objective truth. It's not my personal ranking. This is facts. All right, man. Number 6. Brother, okay. Hey, if you don't think I'm top 5, okay. Send me location. I'm gonna come. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Brooklyn, Moscow, doesn't matter, brother. Let's go. Let's go with your chicken. I've got Khabib at number 6, bro. I'm not putting this fucking guy top 5. I'm sorry, dude. I know this guy tried to farm a career mode ending. You're not top 5, bro. Khabib is one of the greatest fighters of all time. He is definitely top 10 all time, 110%. Like I said, if you do want to put him above Volk, I understand it because he has no losses. He has one of the best title runs of all time, like pure dominance, great wins. Dustin Poirier, top 5 lightweight of all time. McGregor, one of the greatest fighters of all time. We'll talk about him later. Justin Gaethje, top 5 lightweight all time in my opinion. RDA, lightweight champion. You guys are glazing RDA constantly. That's a good win. You know, Khabib has good wins. He has a good title run. He was dominant. He lost maybe 1 round in his entire career. But in my opinion, the reason he's not the GOAT and why I don't have him top 5 is you won the belt off fucking Ally Quinta. You never fought Prime Tony. You never fought Oliveira. You retired without facing Oliveira or any of these other guys on the come up. Pretty inactive throughout his career. A lot of pullouts. Short career as well. Like he was there and gone in like less than 10 years basically. And he padded his fucking records to get to the UFC. I'm sorry, like I'm not just gonna ignore that because you're retired, bro. Bro really thought if he retired, we wouldn't look back at the logs, dude. I know what you did, Khabib. I know what you did, bro. I look back to your chat history, bro. You were fighting guys that were 0-16, brother. Get out of here, man. You're not the GOAT, dude. I'm gonna put Khabib at number 6. Yeah, he deserves his credit, but I believe Islam surpassed him already with his activity and the guys he's actually fighting, the challenges he's taken on. Like I said, he refused to fight Jose Aldo, so I can't put you top 5. All right, coming in at number 7. I'm top 7. OH. I got Stipe at number 7. I know people were mad about this last time. I'm not changing my mind, dude. I'm standing on business, bro. I'm standing on business, as the youngins like to say. I'm standing on business, guys. I'm standing on business. I'm perpetrating on business or whatever the fuck. I don't know. He's the heavyweight GOAT. 4 title defenses. Ngannou beat him. Even he beat Prime gaslighting and I didn't say that, Stipe. I didn't say that. I never said that. He beat Prime gaslighting Stipe Ngannou. Not really Prime Ngannou, but still. DC beat Prime DC twice. DC was literally double champ when they fought. I don't understand how 1 year difference means DC's fucking old as shit. Like Stipe is literally old as fuck as well, dude. Right? Beat DC twice. No steroids needed. Jon Jones. Beat Fabricio Verdum. That's a crazy good win. I'm sorry. Why does nobody acknowledge Fabricio Verdum's legacy? That's one of the best wins you can fucking get. Fabricio Verdum by round 1 KO. That's an all-time win. Alistair Overeem, all-time win. JDS. He was the champion. So I'll tell you that much for free. All right. Stipe Miocic is the heavyweight GOAT. Beating DC twice, in my opinion, puts you top 10. And I'm going to put him in at number 7. He's not the GOAT because heavyweight is mid. Like Verdum and DC and Ngannou, these are good wins. But, you know, he also lost to DC. He also lost to Ngannou. He's probably going to lose to Jon Jones. So that's going to affect this as well. And outside of that, it's like you lost to Stefan Struve. You're in the heavyweight division. He is the GOAT of the heavyweight division. He did defend the title so many times, considering like how fluky it is. That is very impressive. And I think beating DC twice, once by KO, once by decision, proves that he is like skillful, elite, top 10 all time. I've got Stipe at number 7. If he wants to become the GOAT, he just has to KO Jon Jones at UFC 309. Please, brother, I'm begging you, dude. But yeah, if he KOs Jones, he's the GOAT. All right. Coming in at number 8. This hurts, man. It's my boy, dude. I fucking love Daniel Cormier. You guys know this. Maybe you don't, but if you know me, you know that I love Daniel Cormier with all my heart. I was talking to somebody the other day about if I had my channel when UFC was around, when I was watching UFC back in like 2018, 2019, 2020, I would have been so fucking annoying about Daniel Cormier, bro. I picked this dude in every fight he was ever in. I picked him delusionally against Jones. I picked him against Stipe every time. This is my boy. I've got him at number 8 all time. Double champion. First double champ to defend both belts. Don't worry, DC. I know your legacy. First double champ to defend both belts. He did win the light heavyweight title in like a vacancy kind of situation, which does put a blemish on it, in my opinion. But he defended the belt against great guys. Gus, Rumble. At light heavyweight, he also fought Anderson Silva, beat Dan Henderson, beat Stipe at heavyweight. He's the second greatest light heavyweight of all time, in my opinion, or at least top 3 light heavyweights ever. But he's not the GOAT, and he's below Stipe because he lost to Stipe twice, and he lost to Jones twice. I put a little sad face in my notes because it hurts, bro. Like, DC's entire career is like silver medal. It's so fucking depressing because he's such a cool dude. I love Daniel Cormier. I've got him at number 8 all time. I literally would... Bro, you guys know how biased I get, dude. I would do anything to put this guy top 5, but I can't. I'm sorry. I put him at number 8, all right? Let's move on to number 9 on my all-time list. I top 5 for a long time, you know. I take a lot of steroids, you know. I've got Anderson Silva at number 9. I'm sorry. I'm never putting this guy below fucking Merab Dvalishvili, dude. Lucas, what are you doing, bro? What's next? What's next? You got fucking Benoit Saint-Denis above this guy? What are you talking about, dude? I know that he fought in the 90s, dude. I know that he fought plumbers. But at the same time, Anderson Silva, 10 title defenses, 16 wins in a row, beat multiple UFC champions in 2 fucking weight classes. This guy was just getting sent up to light heavyweight for no reason to just beat up jobbers at light heavyweight. And by the way, when I say jobbers, I mean guys that were fighting for the belt or won the belt, like Forrest Griffin. I know that it's like old head wins, but it's still impressive. Like, you've got to put it in context of the modern day. I think Anderson Silva still deserves to be top 10, but he did have a lot of losses. He's still the GOAT of the division, but he did lose to a bunch of people. He obviously had the steroids as well. That's going to remove him from my top 5. I think Anderson Silva being at number 9 is pretty fair, considering the crazy accomplishments that he had in his prime, but also considering like the failed tests and like losing. I think number 9 is a pretty fair one. And he's slipping down. Like, the longer that the UFC goes on, this guy's going to end up as like the Wilt Chamberlain. Like, people are going to be like, yeah, sure, Anderson Silva's go. Yeah, sure, bro. All right, get back in your wheelchair. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm going to keep him in the top 10, dude. Shout out to Anderson Silva. I'm going to put him at number 9. And now I get to number 10. This one hurts me, the fucking deal, but I gotta be honest, yeah. Ilio Topuria. I'm going to put this guy at number 10, yeah. I'm going to put Ilio Topuria at number 10. All right. I never thought I'd say this, but this man KO'd Volkanovski and KO'd Holloway back-to-back. He deserves to be top 10 all time. He beat the 2 GOATs of the division back-to-back. He's undefeated. He's on the path to potential GOAT status. The reason why he's not higher, even though I'm sure there's people that would be ranking him even higher, considering how good the wins are to beat Volk and Holloway, those are his only 2 kind of wins in the division, like, that really, really matter. He doesn't have the divisional dominance of, like, that's a good fucking use of vocab right there. I felt like a genius when I felt like prime Dan Hardy when I wrote down divisional dominance as a term. But I'm serious, bro. Like, you beat Volk and you beat Holloway. Other than that, you got kind of Mickey Mouse ran up the division. Like, they're like, here's Ryan Hall. And people try and glaze that with, dude, nobody wanted to fight Ryan Hall, man. No, because he looks like he looks like my fucking assistant principal from middle school, dude. This guy looks like he gives out math tests every Friday, dude, and gives you a sticker if you get the correct answer. And people weren't ducking him. There was just no point fighting him, right? But it's still, he beat Ryan Hall. You got to give him, you got to put that on his resume. He beat Ryan Hall, okay? But yeah, Topuria, outside of Volk and Holloway, has beat fucking nobody really. Like Josh Emmett. Dude, Josh Emmett, oh my God. So I've got Topuria at number 10. I think he needs more title defenses. He needs to defend the belt 3 or 4 more times, Listen, beating Volk and Holloway, yeah, that's whatever, dude. Beat the GOAT Movsar Evloev and then come back to me, all right, kid? If he can beat Movsar Evloev, if he can beat Aljamain Sterling, that's actually a crazy resume win if he beats Aljo. That would be a very, very good win for his resume. I think Arnold Allen or, I don't know, Diego Lopez, like these type of title defenses, these ones will make you the GOAT. And if he goes up and wins the lightweight belt, I think that is, yeah, he's top 5, top 3, GOAT status. That's what he needs to do in my opinion. But right now I've got him at 10 because beating Volk and Holloway, that's automatic entry to the top 10. You're automatically one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. And yeah, dude, I think Topuria has a lot of potential to become the GOAT. So I'm going to put him in at number 10. Now we get to 11 through 15. This is where I can I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm trying to be really, really unbiased. I'm trying to put together a very good list here. But 11 through 15 is kind of where I'm like, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm going to just shoot up that bang, like that. Hey, like, just shoot that shit. Number 11, I got Max Holloway. Hey, listen, brother. I'm number 11 all time, brother. Hey, listen. It is what it is, brother. It is what it is. I got Max Holloway at number 11. The thing about Max Holloway is he has a lot of losses, like not really, but he does. Like, he's lost to Poirier twice, lost to McGregor. 3 of his losses are to Volkanovski. Then he got KO'd by Topuria. He's not the featherweight GOAT. He's maybe the 3rd best featherweight of all time. But on the flip side, 5 UFC title wins, finished Jose Aldo twice. Like Volk smudged Jose Aldo, Max Holloway TKO'd him twice. That's fucking crazy. That is a crazy pair of wins to get. He's top 5 ranked in 2 divisions. He's beat a lot of contenders ranked below him over multiple years. He's beat a lot of UFC champions as well. Max Holloway has a great career, a great resume. I think he does have potential to go up the rankings if he does well at lightweight, which I think he will. Like, if he goes up to lightweight and he beats Poirier, he beats Oliveira, if he wins the belt, like that could get you top 10. That could get you top 5. But for right now, I'm going to leave Max Holloway at number 11. I'm not going to drop him down too far because he lost one fight to Topuria. That's the same loss that Volk has, so you can't knock him too much for that. I think Max at number 11 is pretty fair. I wouldn't be mad at dropping him below the next guy, but for me personally, I'm never going to throw my boy Max, below this guy. Number 12, I got Alex Pereira, dude. I got Alex Pereira at number 12. This was another one that I really disagreed with young LucasTracy on. I think, where did he put fucking Alex Pereira, dude? Number 5 all time, bro. Number 5 all time. I know that you hate Adesanya, but come on, bro. I've got Alex Pereira at number 12. I've got Alex Pereira at number 12. I think that beating Adesanya is a very good win. But how do you, bro? Let me ask you this, man. I feel like I wish I could talk to my bro right now, but let me ask you this, man. If you yourself think Israel Adesanya is extremely overrated and half of his losses or half of his wins don't even count, how does Alex Pereira get top 5 for beating him? That's his best win by a fucking mile. It's that or it's Jan Blachowicz, who's also not on your top 15 list. In my opinion, Alex Pereira is top 15 all time because he's a double champion, won the middleweight title against the 2nd best middleweight of all time. That's an impressive win. That's probably his best win, right? But he got fast tracked to the belt. He has no defenses. He immediately got KO'd by Israel Adesanya. And at light heavyweight, he is on a very impressive run. He's got great title defenses against Yuri, Jamahal Hill, Khalil Roundtree, Arkham Batman. Those are some decent little wins right there, man. Those are some decent little wins. But at the same time, I just feel like that's not really the level of competition that these other guys are beating. Like, I'm sorry. Here's an example. People argue about Khabib versus Alex Pereira all the time. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you right now. Conor McGregor is a better win than any of Alex Pereira's wins. Khabib beating Conor is better than any Pereira's wins. Fuck it. Khabib beating fucking Dustin Poirier is better than beating fucking Yuri Prohaska, Khalil Roundtree, Jamal Hill. I'm sorry. That is a better win than any of those three, in my opinion. I think you could make the argument Jan Blachowicz may be a better win, but even then, I think you could make the argument Dustin Poirier is a better win than Jan Blachowicz. So you're really relying on the Israel Adesanya win and the fact that he got KO'd by him. I've got him at number 12. If he wants to become the GOAT, I think he needs to beat Big Ank, which ain't gonna happen. Maybe another title defense against someone like Carlos Olberg or Volkan Oezdemir or some shit like that. And then he needs to win the heavyweight belt from Big Tom. I don't know if you guys saw that Big Ank called out Tom Aspinall as Big Tom, but we're building a big boy stable here. I got my boy Big Ank. I got my boy Big Tom. And yeah, dude, they're coming for Alex Pereira. They're going to bounce him around like a fucking volleyball in Bahrain. Like Shamil Ghaziev's out in the court. I think Alex Pereira at 12 is pretty fair. Let me move on before I fucking pass out. All right, number 13, Jose Aldo. Now, I know that one guy in my comments. What's that fucking guy's name, dude? Oh, Slim, the fucking MMA guru guy. This guy loves Jose Aldo. This guy's in my comments every day. Dude, Jose Aldo's the GOAT, mate. Jose Aldo's the GOAT. He's literally the GOAT of sport. He's literally the GOAT with fucking fight. He's best fighter ever. He's literally the GOAT of... He's top 3 ever. I'm not putting Jose Aldo top 10 anymore. I love you, Jose Aldo. I love you, brother. You got 7 UFC title defenses. That's very impressive. If you add in the WEC ones, I think it goes up to like 10. 2-time featherweight champion, right? Title run at bantamweight. Great longevity. You lost to Mario Batista. I know that he did. I know that he, like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. You lost to Marab. You lost to Peter Yan. You lost to, I feel like I'm Kendrick Lamar on Meet the Grahams right now. You lost to Peter Yan. You lost to Max Holloway. You lost to Volkanovski. You lost to Conor McGregor. You couldn't get your back off a fucking wall. I'm sorry, dude. If you're getting if you can't get off a fence after 30 years of fighting, you're not top 10 all time. I love Jose Aldo. He's not the featherweight GOAT, Volk is. He got finished by Conor in 13 seconds in his prime. I'm sorry, I'm not... The fact that people make this out as like the second Jose Aldo's foot touched the canvas against Conor McGregor, he left his prime. And then immediately beat Frankie Edgar for the featherweight title. Jose Aldo's one of the top 15 fighters of all time. I have him at number 13, though, because he does have a lot of losses to people in his division. And he only has one, like, you do get credit for going on a run at bantamweight, but at the same time, you lost to Marlon Moraes, arguably. You never won the belt at bantamweight. I think Jose Aldo at 13 is pretty fair when you remove bias from it, in my opinion. All right, dude. Number 14 on my list, speaking of bias, I gotta throw my boy Kamaru Usman. I gotta throw my boy Marty Fake Newsman on here, dude. I love Kamaru Usman. I don't give a fuck, dude. He's top 15 all time. Kamaru Usman beat Prime Woodley, bro. This is the second best welterweight of all time. 15 wins in a row, right? Colby Covington, Prime Masvidal, Prime Gilbert Burns, Prime Dorino. All right, dude? Prime RDA, man. Nah, listen, dude. Usman's so carried by his title defenses and his 15 wins in a row. And his dominance throughout those wins, I will give him credit. He definitely belongs at top 15, but the reason why I don't have him higher, because I know some people have him top 10 and people have him as like the welterweight GOAT. I'm sorry, bro, but you can't spam title defenses against Masvidal and Colby, dude. You cannot be the welterweight GOAT if you're spamming title defenses against Masvidal, bro. Like the Colby ones, okay, that's like your generational rival, that's fair. Like Usman and Colby is like me and LucasTracy, you know what I'm saying, dude? But Masvidal, bro, come on, dude. You can't get 2 title defenses against that guy. He has 2 losses to Leon Mumblemouth Scott, and he lost to Hamzat Chimaev. I know that's short notice, so I'm not going to hold that against him. Yeah, I think Usman being at number 14 is pretty fair. Like, you're the second best in your division. You're kind of on the downfall now. As it stands right now, his legacy is still pretty goated. I think 14 is fair. If he wants to become the GOAT or move back up the rankings, I think... honestly, he should move to middleweight, bro. I think him versus DDP would be a great fight. I know DDP would gaslight the fuck out of him, you know, but he can move up and fight DDP. He could avenge the loss to Chimaev. These are things he could do at middleweight that could get him back up the rankings into the top 10. But for right now, I've got him at number 14, and I've got one man left to talk about as my number 15 on my list. So I don't know about you guys. I feel like this is a pretty solid list so far. GSP, Jones, Mighty Mouse, Islam, Volk, Khabib, Stipe, DC, Anderson Silva, Topuria, Holloway, Pereira, Aldo, Usman. And at number 15, I don't give a fuck, dude. Conor McGregor's top 15 all time. I don't give a fuck, dude. Argue with a wall, bro. Conor McGregor's top 15 all time. I will die on this hill. I will stand on business with this shit, bro. This man KO'd prime Jose Aldo. 10 years undefeated, KO'd him in 13 seconds. Not a fluke. KO'd him dead. Say goodbye. Bounced his fucking head off the canvas, yeah. I pulled him into the fucking left hand, yeah. Seriously, bro. What are you talking about? People make it out like Aldo was washed when he fought Conor. No, he wasn't. He was in his prime. Conor fucking destroyed him. Conor beat Chad Mendes on short notice with one leg. Beat Dustin Poirier already when he was a top contender at featherweight. People, dude, oh my god, bro. People fucking call, oh my god, bro. People call Conor McGregor a weight bully at featherweight as if the other top contenders weren't fucking who? Dustin Poirier moved up to lightweight, bigger than Conor McGregor. Max Holloway, ginormous featherweight, moved up to lightweight as well. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Charles Oliveira was at featherweight as well. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Conor McGregor has no losses at featherweight. Beat Poirier and Holloway. Beat Chad Mendes. Beat Jose Aldo in his prime. Schooled Eddie Alvarez. Greatest performance of all time in UFC history. That's a fact. And Eddie Alvarez KO'd RDA, who everyone glazes, who puts so many people in the top 15. Conor McGregor destroying Eddie Alvarez is more impressive than that shit. So I'm going to say Conor McGregor, considering the fact that he's only lost to Nate Diaz, who is ranked top 5, short notice, up 2 weight classes, and Conor avenged that loss, right? Despite what Joe Rogan thinks. Lost to Khabib, literally Khabib's hardest fight by a mile. Was doing, and the worst version of Conor we've ever fucking seen came into that and still won a round off Khabib, right? One loss to Dustin Poirier. The second one should be a no contest. He literally broke his leg. I have no idea how the fuck people count that as a loss. Dustin Poirier, top 5 lightweight of all time. Khabib, top 2 lightweight of all time. What the fuck are we talking about here? Jose Aldo, featherweight GOAT, consensus at the time. Some people still have him as the featherweight GOAT. Conor McGregor slumped that guy in 13 seconds. Conor McGregor's top 15. I don't give a fuck, dude. This is my list. And let me know what you guys think down below. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I'm very excited for the discourse about this. I believe it or not, I'm not trying to be a contrarian and piss people off with my opinions. These genuinely my opinion. So I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.